Critical good news for gold and silver investors. We have a wave of legislation sweeping the United States. On a state-by-state basis, this new legislation allows you and me, U.S. citizens, on a state basis to use gold and silver as legal tender. This is good for the price of silver. This is good for the price of gold, no matter where in the world you live. The states are taking charge to protect their citizens. Arkansas is the most recent to fully pass legal tender legislation. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about the big picture implications of this revolution across the United States, what it means for you, what it means for the silver price and gold price. Fascinating development as Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signs into law HB 1718, the Arkansas Legal Tender Act. The law makes gold and silver specie, and we're going to talk about what that means. That's a word we need to learn, gold and silver enthusiasts. Specie, legal tender in the state, meaning it is recognized as a medium of exchange. Practically speaking, this will allow Arkansasians to use gold or silver coins as money rather than as just merely an investment vehicle. Under the law, specie is defined as coin having gold or silver content or refined gold or silver bullion that is coined, stamped, or imprinted, that's very important, with its weight and purity and valued primarily based on its metal content and not its form. That means bars that are stamped with their weight and purity and identified as either silver or gold. They can also potentially be used as money within the state of Arkansas. And what that does is that frees the citizens of Arkansas from the requirement of only using silver or gold coins that are printed by the U.S. Mint. Because haven't you heard, the U.S. Mint, for some funny reason, is having a hard time making enough silver and gold coins to meet demand. You may find it interesting as well that this bill passed with overwhelming support. It went through the House on an 82-8 vote and went through their Senate 32-0. Overwhelming support. What does that tell you as these laws are sweeping across the country? People on a state-by-state basis, they want protection from the money printing that the Fed's doing, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. They want to go back to gold and silver, just like is outlined in the Constitution. And we know it's not just happening on a state-by-state basis here in the United States. It might be happening with you as an individual as well. Do it while you can. Consider accumulating some precious metals, because if you do that on an individual basis, what you're doing is becoming your own central bank. And then hopefully your state is one of the states with this legislation that will protect you. And then look outside the United States. What are other countries doing? What are all the BRICS countries doing? What's Saudi Arabia doing? What are all the other countries of the world, except really for the G7? What are all the other growing countries that are binding together? What are they doing? I'm asking you. Well, you know. They're buying record amounts of precious metals. Guys, this is only good news for the gold price and silver price as we move forward. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects. And the specie word is showing up in more and more of the state laws that are passing. This, I believe to be specie. Let me know what you think. It says 10 ounces, 0.9999 fine silver. Under the law, I could use this, right, as money, as legal tender, potentially in the states that have defined specie law. What an honor to have you join me here in the basement. There's only one you, and you're giving me your time right now. I hope you enjoy your visit to the basement. We love to talk about silver. We love to talk about gold. You're in the right place, and you're always welcome here. Please consider subscribing. Turn on the little bell notification. That way you get notified every time I put on a new video. And we want to hear from you. We want to learn from you. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Do you like to pay taxes? How would you like to pay taxes on your money? In these new legal tender laws, they are eliminating the capital gains tax on precious metals because it makes absolutely no sense to have to pay tax on money. Another interesting thing going on, many of the states are setting up their own depositories. We know, for instance, Texas has done this. They did it a few years ago, and now even Texas, their comptroller, is talking about starting a digital currency 100% backed by physical metal, real gold, and administering that new digital currency in a very transparent and regulated way so that everybody knows for 100% sure that for each unit of that digital currency, there is a representative amount of real physical metal. Now, don't forget, I don't want the, if you don't hold it, you don't own it crowd to attack me. That doesn't mean you can't hold your own metals and own it on your own. But what it does mean is that we have modern solutions coming online to allow people to use silver and gold, real silver and gold, right, to conduct their everyday business. And that's only good for demand for silver and gold, and it's only good for the silver price and gold price, and that's good for me and you. So while foreign countries, individual states, and hopefully you on an individual basis are making moves to protect themselves, to protect their wealth, to protect their family by holding precious metals, we can rest easy knowing that the price of silver, knowing that the price of gold will do very well in this new environment because there will be more and more demand. Let's not forget, right, guys? Gold and silver have been valuable for thousands and thousands of years, and they've been valuable everywhere, anywhere. Right now, 5,000 years in the past, and likely thousands of years in the future. Let's take a moment and thank our founding fathers for protecting us, for providing us with an escape hatch from the gross mismanagement of central banks. The Federal Reserve and their money printing, their paper money printing, their electronic money printing, whatever they're going to come up with next, it's all a bunch of unicorn fart dust. And the original founders of our country, they could foresee things like this happening, and they protected us. Hey, thanks for joining me here in the basement. If you enjoyed your time, watch another video. We're going to throw a link up on the screen, but most important, take care of yourself and be well.